central London, mid-August, and I've come here to try my hand at a new car craze. Supercar spotting, and I've set the bar high. I want to photograph an incredible £2 million worth in a single day, and I actually reckon it'll be pretty easy. Every summer, in the weeks before and after the Muslim festival of Ramadan, swathes of wealthy Middle Eastern tourists fly to London to live life to the maximum. And in order to live life to the maximum, they fly their supercars with them. Believe you me, these guys like to show off what they've got. It's such a well-known phenomenon that car fans have given it a name, the Ramadan Rush. The supercars bring with them a band of supercar spotters. These car spotters call themselves the car paparazzi, with a single aim to sniffing out as many exotic supercars as possible to take pictures and videos to upload to social networking sites. And I reckon what I've got here is the perfect car paparazzi chariot. It's the Renault Zoe, a new electric car that aims to be as cheap as possible to run. It should be able to fit into small gaps, whiz around silently and keep going all night long. Just what I'll need for sneaking up on and papping some supercars. So the Zoe costs from £13,995, and that's after the governmental grant of £5,000, thank you. The cost doesn't stop there, because what Renault do is they lease you the batteries. You pay £70 a month to hire the batteries, so you don't have to worry about the degradation of batteries or them breaking. That's not your problem. That's Renault's problem. The first car paparazzi mission the Zoe can help me with is to get across town for an important meeting. I'm heading to one of the main car spotting hubs to meet the king of the car paparazzi, who likes to go by the name of Tim. Did you just start taking pictures on your phone and uploading them, and it was that simple, or...?
Yeah, literally. 6 or 7 years ago, moved to this sort of part of town, started watching what goes on, taking pictures, posting them online.
You obviously know where the haunts are for where these guys do their laps.
You start to learn where people are going to go.
And is it about the latest with these guys, or is
always
it
the
about
latest
as well?
Always the latest. Highlights this year, we've had 2 Pagani Huayras driving around.
Have you?
Veyron Super Sport, Grand Sport.
Crikey, that's
Yeah.
real money, real money.
Yeah, exactly.
Time to try this car paparazzi lark for myself. The Zoe feels immediately at home on London streets and actually seems nippier than a petrol-powered Super Mini. Because you sit a bit higher than you would in a traditional Super Mini, visibility's very good. The steering is very light, good for doing lots of nimble work around a city. I like it. My first port of call is the swanky Dorchester Hotel. Its car park is always rich pickings, and I soon spot a Lamborghini Aventador. Flying it over here will have cost its Qatari owner £10,000, the same price as a night in the hotel's finest suite. OK, so I've got a white Aventador in the bag. Time to run back to the Zoe and move on. Right, put my toe down. Off the lights, not a lot can stay with you. Switching the lights on will reduce the car's 130-mile range, but I've only got 1.3 miles until my next stop in Knightsbridge. In the traffic, the Zoe's a quiet haven. I think if you drove around in something like a Corsa, you know, or a 1200cc Clio, and you suddenly got into this, I think you'd be very, very impressed. Here in high-class Knightsbridge, where parking spaces can cost 300 grand, the Zoe's styling doesn't look outclassed, although I've spotted a real eye-opener. Another Qatari plated car, this time gloss red Rolls Ghost. Who's going to order a, like, Ferrari red Rolls? Them. Oh, look, it's another Arab Emirates plated white Aventador. Is that a 458 Italia? A short stroll away, I bump into Tim, who's found something special. Normally, I'd say, OK, a pair of modern Shelby Mustangs, that's pretty cool. But what makes this extraordinary is 2 words there. Super Snake. Can't imagine it being much fun driving around London in a manual 750-horse car. And the hits just keep on coming. It's another Aventador.
This time matte black. There's loads of them around.
Certainly the car of the year, the Lamborghini Aventador.
Then, just before calling it a night, we get a tip-off.
Look at that for a colour.
Lurking in a car park entrance, we find the most exclusive car of the day.
Wow.
That's the last 722.
Chrome-wrapped window tints and this kind of... It's like a brushed bronze effect. Looks mad. Definitely worth a shot. I should have been in bed hours ago.
Yes.
The stunning Merc SLR takes me over my £2 million target for the night. And the Zoe's been a perfect companion.
I really like the Zoe. I think it's a wonderfully put together car. I think it looks good. It doesn't over-egg the EV credentials visually. The fact that you rent the batteries takes away any anxiety or worry that you've purchased a battery car that will ultimately degrade. To drive, it's just like a Super Mini. It'll travel most of its life doing short journeys, lots of town work, and that is where an EV really makes sense.
If you need a car solely for the city and don't need to travel over 100 miles per day, this makes so much more sense than a petrol Super Mini.